for a bunch of stuff. And we're going to go ahead and get the stuff out of the... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to use this selfie stick. There, it's kind of good. So I went shopping because my trench is done and it's time to go. Wow, what is going on here? You're spinning around like crazy. I don't know what I'm doing here. Okay, I figured it out. My trench is done. I'm ready to put 300 feet of wire and piping down the trench. So yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to work on. I'm going to show you guys what I bought. I'm going to show you the trench line, which ranges between 3 and 4 feet in depth. Anywhere from 3 to 4 feet in depth. It's pretty crazy. Let's skirt around Joe's truck here. And then we'll open the bed of the truck and show you what I've got. So of course, what's going to happen is the water line is going to go down first. I'm going to put the water line all the way down. And right here, next to the chicken coop, that's where I'm going to tie the water line in for the chicken coop and the electricity. And then it's going to go all the way down to Mary's shed. So she gets water and she gets power as well. Yay! Oh my gosh, what a lot of work just for power and just for electricity. You'd think it'd be an easy job, but it's not. It's labor intensive. I wish Tesla would have come up with wireless electricity. Here's a fun fact. I can drive across this trench without falling in. You just have to use your bucket as a stabilizer as you drive across. So let's go see what I purchased in the back of the truck. I spent the last 5 hours shopping for stuff. Can you believe it? I can believe it. Because I had to look around. For stuff. There was stuff I couldn't find. For example, this wire is direct burial. I am not doing the conduit through the whole area. I thought I was going to do conduit piping. I changed my mind. I'm not doing conduit. I'm going with direct burial pipe and direct burial wire. It is rated and coded for that. I'm just going to make sure I make sure that everything I need goes in the trench before I bury it up. So this is 2-gauge aluminum wire. This is to go from the house to from the electrical panel in the house, across the basement, out the side of the house, down the trench, all the way around to there. That's 225 feet for that. Then, hold on. Oh, I'm making a mess here. Then we've got another 125 feet to go to Mary's shed. Right there. I had to coil this up in the store myself. I had to drive to multiple stores because I couldn't find anybody that had enough in stock. So I had to drive to multiple stores. Then, we've got this 1 inch. Oh, this is heavy. 1 inch polyethylene tubing, which that's going to be used to carry the water. And then it just keeps going. Yard hydrants. Hold on. Let me assist with 2 hands. I'm just going to stuff you in the box there. Ugh. Oh, gosh, that's not going to work, is it? Stay still. Stop moving. Oh, well, that didn't work. Technical difficulties. I got you. You guys are safe. Don't worry. No broken bones. Stare at the sky for a second while I figure this out. Oh. Okay. We're good. I think we're good. Just stay there for a second. Oh, I got a mess. Okay, I think I'm good now. Then I got yard hydrants. These are the Woodfords. These are the really good Woodfords. These are not cheap, but they are frost free, meaning you can bury this into the ground, 3 feet into the ground, and use your pump as usual in the winter time. And when this closes, it shoots a rod down to the bottom, and at the bottom it seals it shut. And then there's a weep hole. There's a drain hole down there. You see this little weep hole, this drain hole right there? All the excess water that's in the pipe drains to the bottom of the pit. So this property has a well. This is a well water. And then, of course, there's not just one, there's two. There's one for Mary's shed, and there's one for the chicken coop. Woodford. Don't go with the Campbell. Campbell is horrible. All right, the shopping gets better. I got not one, but two of these, of course. You guys are still floating around. And what are these? Of course, they're sub panels, because each having difficulties. Each shed is going to need a panel for electricity. So, boom, one panel for Mary's shed, so she can have electric, and the other one for my shed. And the way we're tying it together is with these outdoor conduit body thingies, where we can feed the wire up and through there. Oh, I just lost a screw. Where'd it go? Don't mess with things. There was a screw in there. Oh well. And yeah, a couple other accessories such as, you know, breakers and some long sweep elbows. Oh, I found the screw. It was on the ground. I'm putting it back in here so we don't lose it. I don't have any more loose screws. It's all good. It's all good. All right, and one more thing that I ended up purchasing. Oh my gosh, there's so much wire. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. All right, we're constantly running out of fly spray, so I had to go get some more fly spray as well, which was 30 minutes out of the way of where I was going at the moment, but I needed it. This is that, look at this. Oh my gosh. But I went with the larger container. I don't know, what is this, 2 gallons? I went with the larger container. So yes, quite a shopping spree today. I didn't go buy myself anything nice for me. I just went and bought stuff I need to make the job happen. Yes, indeed. I have people waving to me way down there. Who's waving? Somebody's waving. People are in the pool. They're swimming. That is very not stable when I do that. So my plan is to unroll this 300-foot 1-inch poly piping and roll it down and get it close to the house. Roll it all the way over and then down to Mary's shed. I'll cut it and splice it there. I'll put a T and I'll put a hydrant there. I'll put a hydrant there. Then I'll backfill. it. There needs to be 12 inches at least of separation, vertically or horizontally, between my electrical and my plumbing when it's in the ground, because it's not in a conduit. So what I'm going to choose is the vertical separation, because I mean, I could try to lay the pipe on one side, the other side, but what I'm going to do is just do an elevation change, because by code, 24 inches, not in conduit. So as long as I'm 24 inches from the surface down For the wire, I'm good. And then 36 inches by code for the piping. Yes, 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 indeed. It's going to be so much fun. Oh gosh, I almost lost 175 bucks. Okay. Do I have any cutters in here? I don't have a knife. I need a knife. So that's what I've been up to, shopping. Well, I was on the loader all morning until about 1. Would you normally put water lower? Water is always lower. Water always goes down first because it's the trench is anywhere from 3 to 4 feet deep. It is a 3 to 4 foot trench. So it's below the frost line around here. The frost line is 3 feet. Now mine is right there. That little hump, I'm a little concerned about. There's a ginormous boulder right there at that hump. But I'm just barely at like 34 inches at the top of that hump. But then you squeak past it. So I'm hoping, now think about this. The larger pipe, the 1-inch pipe. Now I could have run like a 1/2-inch pipe out. I could have run a narrower 1/2-inch pipe or maybe 3/4 all the way out. This is overkill. But there's such a thing as water friction. Yeah, water friction. The water has to go through the pipe, and the bigger the pipe is, the less water friction equals more pressure out at the end. Almost like you're standing right next to the source. I want to make sure that I have enough volume out there. So I went with a larger diameter, but the other good thing about having a larger diameter pipe is in the deep, deep winter, if we get a very cold frost, if there's an area like this where I might only be 34 inches instead of 36, it's going to take a lot more to freeze the fluid, the water, inside of a 1-inch pipe. So I did that on purpose. Same with the electricity. The electricity, I could have gotten away with copper, 6 gauge copper. I went with 2 gauge aluminum. Now, aluminum doesn't have as much conductivity as copper, but this was only $1.90 a foot. I end up getting 350 feet total. I have 225 going from the box down the trench to the first shed, and I have 125 going from that shed out to the other shed. It'll all tie together. Not running 220. This is only for any of you guys out there that know anything about electricity. I'm not running 220 volts out there. I'm running 110. So these 3 legs are going to be a hot, a neutral, and a ground. And I'm going to have to basically put a jumper in the box in the electrical panel. I didn't even look at this yet. But inside the panel here, usually you have a hot, and a ground or a neutral. What I'm going to have to do is, well, I may have to return this because, well, I'm going to have to go hot and then do a jumper. I'm going to have to jump the wire from here to here on the same hot. I'm going to have to go with the neutral bar, and I'm going to have to add a second bar. I need to add a second bar because in a sub panel, you have to have, it cannot be bonded. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but electrical panels out in your sheds and whatnot, they can't be bonded. In the house, you guys have ever messed with electrical, you could put a ground wire and a neutral wire in the same bar, but you cannot do that in a sub panel. In a sub panel, you need to have a neutral bar and you need to have a separate ground bar. They cannot be tied together. Also, even though this has a third wire for a ground, this has a third wire. It has our hot wire, it has our neutral to carry the electricity back to the main panel, and it has ground fault, or not ground fault, but basically it's your ground wire that goes back to the house. On top of that, the NEC requires that I put copper rods and I make a secondary grounding system for each sub panel. 2 6-foot grounding rods next to each other for each shed. So that shed is going to have 2 grounding rods, and that shed's going to have 2 grounding rods. Yeah, the NEC, it's code. It's basically the code. Now, you know, we could say I pulled a permit for this, but you know, the truth is I'm a homeowner doing my own work. I'm all good. It's all good. I got this. So I'm going to try to open this package right here and roll this wire out into this trench right now. I just have to find my kniffy. I found it. This will be fun. This is going to be fun. Hi, honey. How are you? I had to do a lot of shopping. I had to go to I had to go to different places all over the place. I've been to 2 Lowe's, 1 Home Depot, 1 plumbing supply store. Kind of like, yeah, the wiring and the boxes and all that kind of stuff.
I've been working on merch all day, getting stuff that we sold out of at York, getting that remade for Allentown. That's what I've been working on.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad I did my shopping in the heat of the day, and
Yeah,
now
right.
that the sun is going down, I can lay the pipe.
Yeah. Megan and Amelia are here swimming with Hannah. Did you know that?
I saw a picture earlier of them swimming,
Yeah.
and they were waving to me as well.
Aww.
Yeah.
Amelia and Hannah are so cute together. Hannah's
They
like,
are.
You know what Hannah reminds me of? She reminds me of Leah. How Leah used to mother Hannah at that age.
Yeah.
And now Hannah's doing it to Amelia. It's really cute.
All right, let me go put the pipe in the trench.
Okay.
Love ya.
Love ya. I saw you got fly spray. Yeah.
I did get fly spray. Oh, were you watching my live? You just see the jug there? Yeah. I got the bigger jug.
I think that's why they have the watery eyes.
Okay.
I did some research.
Okay. Coolio. All right. You guys can join me as I see the water. Like I said, the water's got to go down first. So this saran wrap needs to stay on. Now, I'll explain that to you in just a second here, why it needs to stay on. It's going to hold all of the piping together for me as I unravel it. This is heavy. Guys, it's not metal. It is plastic, but that is a giant 300-foot roll of plastic. So we got to lift that up and bring it over near the house. Or let's start at Mary's shed. Let's start at Mary's shed and roll it backwards. Oh, this is big and heavy. Let me know when I start losing you. But, oh, that's tough on the shoulder. I'm gonna step over my ditch and not fall in my ditch. If I start losing you, I'm gonna set the tripod up just at a distance where you're still in range. Okay. Oh yeah, just roll it. Well, I couldn't roll it over the trench, but I can roll it now. Holy smokes, you're so smart. I need you on my construction team. No, don't go that way. Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Okay, go that way. Whew. If I roll it out correctly, it should lay flat. Ugh. Okay, we got this. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. Am I still with you? Let me know if we're breaking up. Let me know when we're breaking up. Nobody likes a breakup. But here's the cool thing. We're going to have internet out here. We are going to have internet out here. Still good? This is Mary's garden shed. Have you seen the concrete work since it was done? We had a ramp put in, 5x7 concrete ramp, so Joe can roll right up in there. And then on the backside, she put a 10x10 concrete slab so she can just hang out down here. All right, we're still good. I'm impressed that we're still good. That's a really long ways for the Wi-Fi to reach. All right, we're gonna start. We're gonna get started here. And we find the inside. Here it is. All right, that's the start right there. Is it need to unroll? Okay, it needs to unroll this way. Ugh. I'm gonna have to put this in the hole and walk down in the hole. Oh my gosh. Yep. Jeez. I don't know if that was smart. No, that's not smart. That's not smart. I don't have to try to roll it in that hole. I don't want to be in the hole. I'm gonna roll it on the outside of the hole, and then I'm gonna push it into the. Then I'm gonna push it in there. That was dumb. Now I have to get it out of there. So her water spigot's gonna be right here, and then she's gonna have electric inside the shed as well. Come on. Oh. Whew. Okay. How am I gonna do this? Maybe I do just cut it all open. Maybe I just cut the plastic off. I was thinking of keeping the plastic off, but I don't think I can unroll it with the plastic on there. Let me think about this. Let me think. Because if I try to unroll it right now by stepping on this and rolling that way, it may or may not work. I don't know. Let me step on it and see what happens when I roll. Is it gonna unroll with me? I believe so. I just can't let it fall in. Yeah, it's working. It's working. Oh. Yep. No, you stay over there. Oh, gosh, caught you. I'm gonna put this under Mary's flower pot. This is what we're gonna do. Ooh. Okay. Now, let's go. Don't fall in. No falling. It's gonna kink up on me because the ground. Yeah, all right, we got this. Okay, so we just have 300 feet of this to do. And then we're gonna lay it into the, I'm glad I didn't try to roll it down inside of there. That would have been really stupid. Hold on, I got. Let's lay the pipe. I'm sweating too. It's hot. Look at that drip, drip right off my nose. I still have the trencher. I offered Jeff to use the trencher since I was done with it at about 1 o'clock today. And so he could do, and I even have a trailer so he could move it around. So he could do the same thing over at Lake Road, because he's got to do the same thing if he doesn't want to have to haul water. So he declined though, because he's got other things to do. So the loader, or the backhoe, is just sitting there, not being used at the moment. If I find any other projects before I have to return it by tomorrow, then I will do it. I could put the phone down, but how much fun would that be? How fun would that be? I think point of view is a little more fun than setting the phone down. Comment if you agree. Oh lordy jeez, I hope that I'm not short on this, because they sell 300-foot rolls, right? And well, they sell 500-foot rolls, and I didn't need that. I think this 300-foot roll is gonna get me right to the entry point on the house, which I have not broken the house open yet. I have not. Now, I broke the house because I hit the siding earlier. I did do that. I don't think anybody's noticed yet. It was an accident, but I can fix it. But I do have to use a hammer drill, and I have to go through the concrete or the cinder block and make a hole. How's my pipe looking? It's looking good. It's looking good. Now we're going up a little bit of a hill. We got to round a corner, and I don't know if this will make the corner, but we'll find out. The corner is coming up right there. We've made it to the chicken coop. Just like I fixed the fence, correct. It adds character. It adds character to your property. I have to make it over that ledge. Oh gosh, we have sand falling in. I'm going over first without falling. I'm losing gravel. I lose you for a second. This plastic off? Are we good? I already refreshed, I think. What looks like poo? Did I refresh? Am I good? Please tell me in the comments whether I'm good. I don't want to move forward. What looks like poo? I don't know what looks like poo. I know not what you speak of. Okay. Well, I just barely hit the house. It was just a little nick. A little nick in the... I got a problem here. I got a problem. What is happening? What is happening with my life? No. Making this corner has messed me up. No. Yes. I gotta twist it this way. This piping, it's like it has a memory, and if you don't unroll it the right way, you're gonna have problems. I have to unroll this the correct way. Right now, it's after rounding that corner, it's coming off of the roll the wrong way. I cannot roll this direction. That would be me rolling it back up. So I have to flip it over. That's it. Flip it over. Okay. I think I got it. Is that right? Yes, that's right. We got it. Okay. Yeah, if I take this plastic off, it will just unravel everywhere, and I'll have a much bigger problem trying to contain it. See, it's designed this way. This is the way it's designed. You're supposed to roll it out this way. good. If I set you guys off in the corner over there just to watch from the distance, I wouldn't be entertaining you. And that's what this channel is about, right? Keep you entertained. So I'm absolutely okay using one hand. Pin the hose down at the corner before you continue to roll out so it doesn't move with you. It's not moving. It's staying put. I'm just praying that I have enough to get to my final destination. Oh gosh, I have to get around the truck here. Okay. We're gonna squeeze around the truck without falling in the pit. Uh-oh, please don't fall in the hole. I'm gonna have to jump to this side of the pit. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Okay. It's working. The battery is dead on the truck. I didn't want to jump the truck. That's why I dug the trench around the truck. Isn't that funny? I dug the trench around the truck because the battery is dead and I didn't want to have to jump it. I was like on a roll. My thought last night when I rounded this corner was go find jumpers, go bring a truck over here, go jump it, or just skirt around it. So I chose to go around the truck instead of moving it. We made it though. We've got to get all the way to the corner house. I don't know, I feel light on this roll. This roll definitely feels lighter. If I don't make it, I have to buy more piping and I have to splice it together. Now, I could have went to Home Depot or Lowe's and got 100-foot sections, but I didn't want to have any joints inside in this piping. I wanted one continuous length to make it from all the sheds all the way back to the house. Because if you have to put a joint or a splice in there, you're introducing an area that may end up breaking on you or corroding. And I just didn't want to have any future problems, at least while I'm still alive. So I had to go to a supply house to get this roll. And of course, you pay a little bit more when you go to a supply house. Now, luckily, it was funny. The supply house I went to is called the Reading Foundry. And they were like, hey, what's your account? You have to have an account to order from there. And luckily, I still had my account set up there when I had my company called Above and Beyond Renovations. So I was able to just put it on that account. It still even had my warehouse as the address. I don't know. Am I going to make it, guys? Am I going to make it? All right. This is a dangerous. I might go in the trench for this section because that ledge is very dangerous. Unless I use, I don't have a second hand. I don't have a third hand. Third hand, I could hold onto the fence. I'm still gonna go this way. To give you an idea, I have a 4-foot trench over there, and I have a fence, and I'm walking on this this ground, and look how unstable the ground is. It's very unstable. Like if I lose my footing, I'm going in. The ideal thing would be I have enough to go all the way into the house, which I highly doubt, and over to the hookup. I want to go to the well pump. This house has 2 wells. It has one for the house water and it has one for the animal water. They come from 2 different wells. One's a jet pump and one's a, I'm getting pinned. I really, just for example, let's look at this. Look at this. Oh. I don't know if you could see that or not. I'm gonna have to walk in the trench eventually. Oh boy. That's a long way down. I think that's closer to 5 feet right there. I may have, and I got the fence to my backside. Okay. We're getting there. I think we might just make this. Oh, that's like 6 feet. That's above my head. Not even kidding you. No snakes. Oh, guys. Guys, my 300 feet. All I have to do is make it into the house. Yes. Yes, I'm gonna jump over there. I'm gonna jump over. I can't jump down right here, it's too high, but it's lower over there. Oh, okay. Whew. All right, now I'm in. And here's what I got. I've got to get, this apparently fell, all this soil fell in there. I need to get this soil out. I'm gonna use the loader. I'm gonna use the loader. You guys can watch me. I have to hop on the loader real quick, and it's not a loader, it's a, what do you call it? A backhoe. I have to hop on the backhoe and take that dirt out of there, because I am not doing it by hand. I'm sorry to tell you. Sorry to tell you, it's not happening. Stay put. Glad I didn't return it yet. I may have dropped the phone. I may have dropped you guys into the hole. Oh my gosh. My phone is, I'm good. It's all good. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. Guys, there's something here I didn't realize. Well, some stuff fell in. Guys. Oh, I got so lucky. Oh my gosh, I got so lucky. I didn't break it. It's a roof drainage pipe, I think. Oh, I got so lucky. I could have... Wow, how does one get so lucky? Okay, I'm easily 3 feet down. Let's grab my tape measure and check out my... I found a thing. I found a pipe. I'm gonna grab my tape measure and check my depth real quick. Don't need a tracer line with the electricity. There are electrical locators. Clip on the line once the end, or you can trace it out to the other. I don't think that's a requirement. That's not per the NEC code. It just makes your life easier in the future. So I don't think it's a requirement here. All right, so from there to there, oh yeah, that's 44 inches. That's 44 inches right there. So 44 is definitely deep enough. Yeah, Mary, stay away from the trench if you're coming over here. Let's see how far we are over here. Oh my gosh, I think I got a little overkill there. I'm at 55 inches here. 55. So we... Mary's not gonna come over here. Back away from the hole. Mary has a thing. Zoomed in there. Okay. I'm going to just roll the additional wire piping out here, and then I'm going to start bringing it into the hole.
Nope. I'm not coming over there, don't worry.
She says, don't worry guys, I ain't doing it.
I'm not going to take any chances.
Look, I have just enough to curve myself into the basement. I don't have enough to get to the other side of the basement, but I'm going to have just enough to curve. Man, you guys have been abused today. I've abused the crap out of you. Sorry. Stay. Stay. I have enough to get in the basement, then I can switch to a different material and I can run it over. I can switch to PEX when I get to the basement. And I can put a water shut off in case we ever need to shut it off. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm handling this big black pipe. It's like a snake. I got it. Oh, I got whacked in the ears. It smacked me in the butt. Huh? I know, I don't have a belt on. Okay. Boom. There's plenty. Now we're gonna... let's get the pants up.
Underwear.
All right, we're gonna walk the trench. We're going to put the pipe... Oh my gosh. Guys, this is so deep. You know, I'm gonna take this with me. Oh, I need to lose a little weight. We can start just pushing it down into the hole. I do need to check my highest spots. Now I have to be very careful when I backfill this hole. I don't want big rocks landing right on top of this. So I'm gonna try my best to get the softest soil in here first to backfill. This way it doesn't We don't want any hard rocks against this. All right, here is the, oh, is this the highest part? No, it's not. This is pretty shallow. Let's check the depth here. This is one of those boulders right there. Yeah, so this is 32, but it was a matter of getting that ginormous rock out of there or floating this part to 32. And I chose to do 32 right there because I just couldn't remove another boulder out of this. Now I'm hoping, considering we're using the water every day to fill up the chickens, and this is 1-inch piping, I'm not gonna get to a freeze right there. It climbs from, I just couldn't do it, guys. There was just too much. And there's another one over there. And there's another big boulder over there. I'll see what I can do, maybe with a hammer, and try to chisel some of that out, or a hammer drill, if I could break that apart some. I only got to get down, obviously, a couple inches. These aren't rocks, guys. These are, what do you call them? Concrete slabs. All right, here's another one of those high spots with a big, huge piece of concrete. Look at this. This is just in my way, ginormous slab of concrete right there. Insulation won't do anything other than the earth does. Yeah, so I'm not happy about that. Because it's concrete, I think I could take a jackhammer or a hammer drill, and I can break these high spots away. There's only 3 of them. I might only spend half an hour on each one. Styrofoam won't work. It's the same as the earth, guys. It's the same as the earth. There's no difference. You could put this in as much styrofoam as you want. It's not going to insulate it any different than the earth is going to insulate it. Now, I could just move the pipe up out of the way a little bit. It's fine. I'm not using a big jackhammer. I'm going to use just a little hammer drill so I can move this to one side and the other. Now, this was the break I had. This is some sort of drainage pipe, as you can see, that went from here to here. And it points not towards the house, but towards the center of the driveway. So I'm wondering if in those bushes over there, there's some sort of drainage and it kind of just comes this way. I have no idea. But the truth of the matter is, it just rained last night, and this would have some sort of water dripping out of it still, and it doesn't. So I'm not even worried about that. Like I said, my biggest worries are the couple of areas that are just slightly higher than the 36 inches. And I compensated by using larger pipe because it'll take a lot longer. And we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna turn the water on every day. We're gonna use the water every single day. Worst case scenario, if I notice I have a freeze, well, the cool thing about this stuff is it expands. It doesn't just break. It doesn't just break like your standard copper piping in your house. The flying V. You see the flying V? That reminds me of the Mighty Ducks. The fountain is not connected to anything. It doesn't have any electric or power going to it. I mean, electric or water going to it. It has none of those things. When I get back through here, I'll just knock it down now. There's a clump that fell in. But I'm telling you, we are well below the 3 feet there. Not an issue. Going south for winter already? That's crazy. It's a little early, I would think. Although that is south. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to bend around the corner. I need to get Grayson over here to help me with these high spots. This one is just gravel and soil that mounded up. Let's see. Let's see. One of the higher spots. And we are at 36 inches. All right, then we'll put one hydrant there. I did not keep going digging that way because I would have lost all of my foundation for my chicken coop. Now, granted, it's just the corner. We're still sitting over there on the foundation and over there, but I didn't want to keep digging. So my hydrant is going to be stepped away from the chicken coop approximately 2 or 3 feet. Because again, that's 18 inches of stone. If I would have dug that, the stone and sand would lost you for a second. I would reset you. I went ahead and reset. I didn't find anything down here. No artifacts, just some trash, a lot of rocks and things. I need to know how deep this is right here, because I definitely did a little overkill right here. How's our signal? Are we back? Okay, I might have went a little crazy here. Oh, hold on. Okay, I'm gonna step on the tape measure right where I'm at. You guys guess. You guess how many inches this is right here. I already saw it. Guess how many inches this is. Or feet. You can guess in feet. That's fine. 7 feet, it'd be over my head. 60 inches. It's 60 inches. 5 feet. 60 inches. It's crazy. I'm back. All right, let's continue on with this. Yeah, that was a little overkill on the depth there. I think I might have gotten a little out of control. Oh! I'm laying pipe, guys. Oh. Do I really need to be inside this pipe or inside this hole to do it? Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't need to be in here. That's fine. All right, it's snaking up on me, which means I'm gonna have some slack at this end. No big deal. Did I lose you all again? I think I must have lost. I have no idea. Are we back? I'm surprised I even stayed on for this long right here. Now the cool thing about down at this end is all of the soil is nice and soft. Nice and soft. Well, I just saw that Jeffrey went live, so go hop on Jeff's live. Love you guys. Bye.